Clean.
I think I was there.
You might have been there.
Yeah, man. We had some good ass fights this year. And now, Crawford's about to fight.
Yes, he's gonna fight Canelo.
Oh, man.
I just hope he's big enough. Hope he's big enough to keep that dude off him, because Canelo hits so hard, man.
There's just guys that just have preposterous power, and Canelo is a guy that has power but is constantly working on. There's a great clip of him working with Andy Ruiz. You know that shield, that weird hand shield that they hold up for hooks.
Yeah.
And he's like, "This is not for speed. This is just power. Just power." He's like, "Don't try to be fast with this. Just power." And you see him, bro. He hits so hard.
After witnessing Canelo Alvarez's confidence and intense demeanor at the press conference, Joe Rogan expressed genuine concern for Terence Crawford. The UFC commentator admitted that, despite Crawford's composed attitude, Canelo's seriousness and presence were overwhelming. Rogan even went as far as urging Crawford to reconsider the fight, believing Canelo's power and mindset might be too much for him to handle. He felt Canelo's intimidating energy clearly signaled danger for Crawford in the upcoming showdown.
Show Canelo Alvarez body shots. Like, maybe there's a video we could look. He's got a beautiful one where he steps in and just rips that left hook to the liver, and your body just goes deep. It just shuts down. It's the weirdest feeling, man. It's like your legs stop working, everything stops working. Your whole body just
Ever since Terence Crawford announced his daring leap to challenge boxing royalty, I believed he had a real chance to shock the world. But the press conference revealed a different Canelo Alvarez, calm, intense, and completely locked in. His demeanor radiated a serious focus unlike anything we've seen from him before. Joe Rogan noticed it too, calling Crawford the clear underdog and warning that things could go very badly for the Nebraskan on fight night. Crawford has always carried the underdog label, but after seeing Canelo's presence, it became painfully obvious. Every intangible seems to have shifted in Canelo's favor. Rogan even suggested the fight should be called off, though he admitted that's unlikely. "If I had the power, I'd cancel it myself. Canelo's aura has completely drained any remaining hope I had for Crawford."
That fight would be gigantic.
I'm trying to make all-time history.
Right. That's the one that gets you going.
Yeah. I hear him now. You're too little. Canelo gonna break you. I love the challenge. Let me pull around once again.
Both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have achieved remarkable success across 4 weight divisions. Crawford enters the fight with a flawless 41-0 record, having dominated every challenge placed before him. While he's faced criticism along the way, his pursuit of greatness is undeniable. Alvarez, despite his own critics, remains one of boxing's elite and continues to be the sport's biggest global star and most powerful draw.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to your mom.
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight now.
I know Turkey's in your corner, but look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
When 2 great champions from different weight divisions agree to face off, it's inevitable that one will enter the ring at a size disadvantage, and sometimes that alone can separate 2 elite fighters. This upcoming super fight is no different. Even when the bout was first confirmed, Joe Rogan voiced his concerns about the physical gap. He pointed out that Terence Crawford would be moving up not just 1, but 2 full weight classes to make the fight happen. That kind of leap can drastically alter the outcome, especially against someone as seasoned and powerful as Canelo Alvarez.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't look different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You're gonna see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Terence "Bud" Crawford first conquered the lightweight ranks, then climbed to junior middleweight at 154 pounds. Now, for a legacy-defining showdown, he will leap to boxing's super middleweight ceiling of 168 pounds. That ambitious jump is certain to dominate pre-fight conversations, because Crawford's success has always been rooted in technique, timing, and footwork rather than raw size. His opponent, Canelo Alvarez, is also a highly skilled tactician but owns proven power at higher weights and has even campaigned successfully at light heavyweight. During a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience with comedian Brian Simpson, the UFC commentator fixated on the physical gap. Rogan, who has hosted Crawford multiple times and admires his versatility, admitted that Canelo's natural mass and punching force might prove insurmountable. "I just hope he's big enough to keep that dude off him," Rogan said, plainly worried about what happens if Canelo closes distance. That single concern colors Rogan's entire assessment of the bout all night long.
When you look at the elite of the elite boxers, to a man, to every one of them, they're disciplined.
Yeah.
And they stay focused. I'm so excited to see this fight with Canelo Alvarez because I think the Saudi Arabians have so much money. They're throwing so much money at boxing. And the guy who's the head of boxing over there wants to make that fight happen. I think Terence Crawford, forget about the 3 weight classes. I think he can beat Canelo.
I think he can too.
Moving up 2 full weight classes hardly phases Terence Crawford, who has chased a super fight with Canelo Alvarez for years. By bypassing any tune-up bout, Crawford guarantees he will enter the ring after more than 12 months of inactivity, turning this clash into both his most demanding and most anticipated challenge. While that layoff raises questions about rust, the extended timeline also grants him precious months to add size, acclimate his body to 168 pounds, and fine-tune a game plan aimed at neutralizing Canelo's proven strength at higher divisions, without compromising his trademark speed and timing.
On the streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Yeah, I know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, I'm me against anybody. I ain't never going to say another man going to whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different. No, it's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
Fans of Joe Rogan's show were surprised to see him shift his stance so quickly after initially appearing to support Terence Crawford. While many believe that Canelo Alvarez's natural size at super middleweight gives him a clear edge over Crawford, who spent most of his career at 147 pounds and only recently fought at 154, Rogan wasn't convinced the size difference would decide the outcome. He downplayed its impact, suggesting other factors could prove more decisive in the fight.
That's one dude that, like, I believe all the he be talking.
Crawford? Yeah. Oh, he's good.
He don't just be saying shit. That dude,
They tried to say that like Errol Spence was damaged because of what Crawford did to him because he was damaged from the car accident. I'm like, maybe. Or maybe Crawford would have done that 3 years ago. I think he's that good. He's just so skillful.
According to Joe Rogan, Terence Crawford isn't as small as many people assume. During episode 2286 of his Joe Rogan Experience podcast, where he was joined by former NFL star Antonio Brown, Rogan addressed the upcoming Crawford versus Canelo super fight. He emphasized that the 37-year-old Crawford still has plenty of time to put on meaningful size before fight night. Rogan expressed genuine excitement about the matchup, saying, "You know why I'm excited? Terence Crawford and Canelo, that's the one." Still, he acknowledged the biggest concern among fans: the size difference between the two fighters, a factor that continues to stir debate leading up to the bout.
So slick. And when he gets, and he's also the best guy in the sport at switch hitting. He'll go from southpaw to orthodox and be just as good and trip you up. Like you think he's going to start southpaw, he starts orthodox. You prepare for orthodox, he's fighting southpaw. He feels like he's got you timed better orthodox, he'll switch it up. You know,
super accurate.
Joe Rogan pushed back on the idea that Terence Crawford is simply too small. Speaking recently, he revealed that Crawford stepped on the scale at a solid 185 lbs during camp. A massive frame for a man who only just captured the 154 pounds crown and previously ruled the welterweight limit of 147 pounds. Rogan argued that, with months remaining before fight night, Crawford still has time to add purposeful muscle, refine it, and arrive fully fortified at 168 pounds. Even so, a sizable faction of fans insists that, regardless of skill, Crawford will become another name on Canelo Alvarez's growing list of victims. Their skepticism centers on Crawford's age, 37, and the absence of a rehydration clause, meaning Canelo can enjoy his natural size advantage overnight. Yet Crawford's resume screams elite. He's universally praised as one of boxing's most gifted technicians, boasting a pristine 41-0 ledger with 31 knockouts. In his last outing, he dominated Israel Madrimov, earning a unanimous decision.
Oh,
Like,
just knows so much about boxing, about where to be and what's coming, and
he's a strategist that's also entertaining.
yeah,
You know what I mean? He's like
he's an artist.
remember like a young B-Hop?
Yes,
It's like
yeah,
just so sharp and made it look
yeah.
entertaining. You know what I mean?
Roy Jones in his prime. It was art. You were watching
Yeah.
art. He's piecing up people. It was an art.
Riyadh season opened in spectacular style as the Baker Al-Shidi Theater at BLVD City hosted the first press conference for what many are calling the year's most anticipated fight, the undisputed super middleweight title clash between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Under glittering lights and giant LED screens, the Mexican icon and the undefeated American finally stood face to face, generating a crackle of tension that seemed to charge the entire hall. Alvarez will put all 4 belts on the line in Las Vegas on September 13th, while Crawford, leaping 2 divisions, pursues history and pound-for-pound supremacy. Also at stake is the Ring Championship, represented by a dazzling belt reportedly worth a record-breaking $188,000. The bout will stream globally on Netflix, further amplifying its reach. Saudi advisor Turki Al-Sheikh, who inaugurated the event, praised Alvarez's 2-decade resume and predicted Crawford would struggle to seize the moment, declaring the contest one of the best fights of the past decade. The previous evening, both fighters dined with Al-Sheikh, whose influence and ambition have transformed Saudi Arabia into boxing's newest megastage and accelerated the realization of this long-requested showdown. Fans departed buzzing, convinced they had glimpsed history forming.
Going up and becoming undisputed against Canelo. Come on, man. I'm flying in the sunset, man. Thank you, boxing God.
That would be it.
That would be it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing yet for me. I didn't accomplish everything there is to accomplish in the sport of boxing. You know,
Canelo arrives with a chip on his shoulder after his lackluster win over William Skull, a bout that broke records for the fewest punches thrown. "That wasn't a fight, it was a disappointment," he admitted. "I came to fight, but you need both boxers to want it." Now, with history on the line, he's fully motivated. "This is a big fight. I'm fired up. He's a great fighter, but he's not Canelo. I've got experience. People only focus on my power, but I have more than that. I think this will go down as one of the best fights of my career." Despite being a former undisputed welterweight champion and a recent IBF super welterweight title holder, Terence Crawford is not the favorite heading into this clash. The biggest reason? He's jumping up 2 full weight classes to face a seasoned champion in his natural division.